Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your host, Dr. Nasir, and what do we have on tap for today? Well, it's another video clip of one of our favorite channels out there. It's Patrick Bet David of the PBD podcast and Valuetainment, and they're talking about whether or not if Truth Social goes under, is that going to help or hinder President Trump? Let's get to the video right now.
Perspective. I love getting the odds. Like this wouldn't 100% hurt him. It wouldn't 100% enable him. Like, give me the odds of why you think this would be good versus bad. I think this would be a bad look for his Truth Social SPAC to fail.
I think you were talking about two different things. You're talking about it would be an L on his business legacy and bother his ego. I think Pat was talking about something else.
Yeah. I think both of you, Michael, respectfully, are very naive. Okay. And you have to accept it that you're very naive.
And utopian.
Here's why. Let me explain to you why.
Here we go.
Okay, here's why. Here's why. So let's just say if we're best friends and we've known each other from high school, okay? We always hung out, we got along, we've been tight forever, we have each other's back. Okay. We're now, you go through your first divorce after being married for 7 years. And we get the call. Hey guys, you guys got a minute? Yeah, what's up? I got to talk to you guys. What's that? Mary and I are going through a divorce. Oh shit, sorry, bro. What's
40 grand a month?
Yeah. So kids, this, that. No, man, it's just reached a point. It's just not going to work out. We're going through a divorce. Trust me, I'm kind of dealing with it. You guys mind if we meet up somewhere tonight? Yeah, no problem. We'll go meet up. Okay. So we feel bad for you. 6 months later, you meet Jackie. And you're, hey, it's Jackie. Oh, it's good to meet you, Jackie. Everything good? Yeah. Well, listen, it was tough for about 3 months, but Jackie and I met, on Bumble. And, it was phenomenal. I'm like, oh, we're happy for you, man. Everything good, Michael? Yeah.
One sentence. My friend Jackie is currently in the hospital, and she's so Karen, she called the cops on the nurses 2 days ago. So shout out to Jackie.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
You want me to change your name?
No,
to not make
it's
you
funnier.
Feel uncomfortable?
It's funny. I love her. She's a great woman.
So let's go with Jackie. So you're dating Jackie, and you're happy, and then all of a sudden we come to your second wedding.
Okay.
And you're up there, you're doing what you're doing. Me, Tom, and Adam walk to the side, and we're having a drink, and we say, okay, guys, over, under. What are the chances of this one working out? Adam says, I don't know, bro. I think it's 10%. Tom says, no, this one's going to work out. He loves her, and 80%. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like at 30% mark. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. This one, 9 months later, give us a call. And he say, dude, this chick's crazy. She's a Karen. She's this. She's in a hospital. This is not going to work out, right? So what are you doing? I'm getting a divorce ASAP. It's just not going to work out. Great, no problem. The third time you call us for the wedding, our schedule is probably busy. Okay? What's the point here? Like, he's getting married again. Leave.
I was wondering the same thing. I love Patrick. I was wondering, what's the point? Where is he going to? But anyways, follow his logic. Let's see what happens.
It alone.
I'm not inviting you. You never believed in me. We were friends since high school, and you're taking bets at my wedding? Fuck you. Go back to your monitor. That shit. Fuck out of here.
Dude, that was high school.
Jackie was a good woman.
That was high school, dude. Now you go through women every time the clocks change.
Okay,
come on.
So for those of you guys that are upset saying, Pat, get to the point. Here's the point. The point is, how many stories are there with stakes, with this, with that? No one gives a shit about Truth Social going out of business. Nobody does. This is not the first divorce. Let me make my point.
I have to agree here with Patrick. It doesn't matter. That's why I've called him, and I think others have probably called him too, but I think maybe I was the first one. Who knows? I always called him the Teflon Don, basically. The Teflon Don of New York, the Teflon Don of the Big Apple, the Teflon Don of the United States of America. Throwing everything at him, everything, including the kitchen sink, the proverbial kitchen sink. And guess what, folks? It just doesn't stick. I mean, it sticks for, the people on the left. They think it sticks. The leftists, the progressives, the hypocrites in Hollywood, all the others, they think it all sticks. But you know what? Other than that, nobody else, I mean, he just keeps on going. He's like the Energizer Bunny. You just wind him up and he keeps on going and going and going. That's what Trump does. Nothing sticks on the Teflon Don. Let's continue with Patrick.
Please don't interrupt. Okay? This is not the first, second, or third. I think statistically, it'll take us a week, 2 weeks to get over it. They'll take shots. But what are you going to say? He's filed this many bankruptcies, never worked. He's done that, never worked. This guy's going to be able to get more eyeballs if this thing goes out of business. He goes on Twitter. His first tweet, Michael, if it's the right tweet, it'll be the most liked tweet of all time, ever.
Ever.
And he can create momentum if he gets back there. And quite frankly, guess what? Elon Musk is not in the business of running nonprofits, okay?
Sure.
And he joked the other day saying, I'm officially running the biggest nonprofit of all time because they're not making any money. The revenues are down some ludicrous, crazy number that's down. He's going to sit there and say, dude, we kind of need the profits. We'll take memberships from Republicans, from MAGA, from whoever it is, even from anarchists. Come and buy membership. We don't care who you are. I think Truth Social going out of business is going to help his campaign. Go ahead.
You're saying two contradictory things.
Yeah.
So it will help his campaign in the long term, but in the short term, it is going to be a problem, and this is going to be an albatross around his
Totally
neck.
get it. Yeah.
And it's different from
Like we said before, short term, I said this is actually part 2 of this video here. Part 1, I said the same thing. You know what? All these things come out. Everything's short term. It's a short term cycle in the news. So it's going to hit. The business people are going to run with it. It'll be on CNBC. It'll be on Bloomberg. It'll be on, Yahoo. It'll be on all the mainstream media mafia cartel channels. It'll be on all the alphabet networks. The Hollywood hypocrites will come out, those cockroaches. They'll come out of their shells, their holes or whatever, and they'll start, pelting Donald with everything and saying, look what he did. He bilked his investors. He took money. People lost their home. They lost their shirts. They did this. They did that. Trump's a terrible businessman. Yada, 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 yada. And in the end, the next news cycle comes up, boom, gone. That's it. It's over. You think anyone's going to care about a SPAC? DWAC, I believe, is the sign on the, on the financial company. You think that they're going to care in July, August, September, October, running into 2024 for the presidency? No one's going to care. You know why? Because if True Social does go down, and I'm hoping that it does, because if it does go down, Trump's going to go back onto Twitter. He's going to go back onto Facebook. He's going to go on the other social media platforms, especially when we talk about Twitter. And that's going to generate an unbelievable amount of buzz for him. So short term, big deal. A lot of things are going to come short term. You think this is the only thing that's going to happen to Trump between now and the election? No, come on.
bankruptcies in the past. No one cares about Trump stakes that happened in the 80s or 90s, wherever it was. Point is, this was their mothership. This is where they went to.
Yep.
And now it closed down. They get kicked out of their house. They're not going to like it because people make friends on social media. You know what I mean? So it's going to be. And the thing is, yes, it doesn't really matter because it's not that big of a deal, but they're going to make it matter. Because even Fox is going to 24/7 be like, look, another disaster from Trump.
Correct.
The TDS is going to be everywhere.
And I think one thing you got to, everything comes down to sort of the news cycle. If this does fail, it'd be better to fail sooner rather than later.
And I think his spin is going to make it worse because he's not going to say, all right, we tried our best and it didn't work out. He's going to have some cockamamie excuse. And that's what they're going to.
The left-leaning Democrats didn't want this to happen. They wanted to see me fail.
By the way, the only recommendation I would give is I would give the strategists that are working closely with President Trump to have him realize there's a different approach you have to take as the favorite than as the as the underdog. He's using the same strategy as an underdog in 2015. It's not going to work. You have to take a very different approach as a favorite because he's coming across as a bully to DeSantis right now, and it's not attractive.
Yeah, but this goes back to what I always say. He's not gonna change. Like everything he's done. When we've ever seen him change?
Here's what happened.
Should he change? Should he take some counsel? Of course.
We could solve this problem
But he's
in one
not.
sentence.
Michael, you're
Solve it.
All he has to do is sell Truth Social to Kanye West, and the problem is solved.
Yeah, because everything he's done with
Didn't
Kanye West has
almost
worked
buy
out really well.
Parler
For
or
him.
something like that?
exactly.
Something like
His
that
Parler,
happened, right?
yeah.
So if you like this clip and you want to.
Anyways, it's just again what we talked about. Truth Social going down sooner than later, because that way he can maneuver back into obviously Twitter and Facebook, Twitter mainly, and basically utilize that platform again. And do you know how many subscriptions obviously are just going to swell up? I mean, how many followers he's going to, gain instantly after he was taken off of Twitter before by the communists and fascists that ran it previously. So yes, it'll be short term, take some hits, long term, no problem. Unfortunately for investors and others, hey, I put a couple of bucks into DWAC. Hopefully, like I said, is it just who knows what's going to happen with it. But the fact of the matter is, it is hard to compete in the social media space with the likes of the giants. Still, Twitter, Facebook, and others. So let's see what happens. But like I said, is just one of those other things. If it goes under, it goes under. It's not going to hurt them. Anyways, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Sheikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so, subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell. Like, share, and follow us. Put your comments below. Let us know what you think. And I'll leave with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.